What's up, my beautiful entrepreneurs? When it comes to making your formulas, you want to make sure that you have all the right percentages so that you can have the right recipe every single time and be able to scale your recipes every time that you need to. That's why in today's video, I'm going to share a spreadsheet that I created to help you create your formulas by percentage so you can make it by ounce or by gram, depending on how you decide to create your formula. And make sure you stick around because I do have a bonus tip at the end of the video that will be really helpful in your formulation process. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into the video. Y'all, when I started out with formula making, it was a struggle because I didn't really know what I was doing and I was writing everything down. Like I said before, when I started making body butter, I was just making it for myself and my family, so it wasn't very consistent with each batch. But once I started to learn about different ingredients and I actually started to figure out like how I wanted the body butter to feel, I had to figure out an exact percentage for every ingredient so I knew exactly what I was putting into the body butter, so it was always consistent. I feel like in a lot of the recipes that I was finding online, people were saying a cup of this or a cup of that, or a teaspoon of this or a teaspoon of that, and that's not accurate enough to have the exact measurement that you need. So in this spreadsheet, you'll be able to put in how much you want to make of the body butter, so whether that's just 2 ounces or 8 ounces, and then you'll be able to put in the percentage of each ingredient that you have so that you can in turn know exactly how much of each ingredient is going into your formulas. And this is great for also testing out your formulas because now you're able to say, okay, I made this body butter, but it's a little bit too soft. Let me add an extra 1% of beeswax, or maybe a half a percent of cocoa butter to help add in the firmness to the body butter. Or if it's too hard, you can subtract some of the percentage from the beeswax or from the cocoa butter. It really depends on what feel you're looking for your texture of the body butter, and you'll be able to know exactly the percent of everything and then subtract or add so that you can have the exact formula that you're looking for. I'm going to show you a formula that I just found online, and I'm going to use that as an example for the spreadsheet. Now, for example, in this formula, all you have to do, so they have shea butter at 43%, then they have cocoa butter at 15%, beeswax at 5%, fractionated coconut oil at 20%, sunflower oil at 15%, vitamin E oil at 1%, and arrowroot at 1%. Now you don't need to add in essential oil or fragrance oil in this step because you're really just using this to create a base for your formula so that you can do any dividing that you may need to do, but you just know what the texture is of the formula. That's what's really important for you to figure out. And on the spreadsheet, as you're typing in the percentages, on the top right hand corner, you're going to put in how much you want to make. So if you're testing out, just put 2 ounces. And when you put that in and you have all of your percents, it's going to auto-populate for all of the ounces that you're going to need for the formula that you're making. And so say you are comfortable with this formula batch that you've created and you've tested it, you can now make a bigger batch and you can type in 20 ounces instead, and it will automatically auto-populate so that you'll be able to make that big percentage. Now you want to know exactly the percent of everything so that you can have the exact measurement for all of your ingredients. And that's why I really love to have scales. I have the smaller scale, it's a scientific scale, and it's going to get every 0.00 ounce, and it's more accurate. So you're going to use these for your essential oils or for smaller ounces that you need for your formula, so you can get the exact measurement for that. And then you also want to have a bigger scale on about this size. This is just a regular large food scale, and you can use this for all of your larger ingredients, such as your shea butter, cocoa butter, anything that's a bigger measurement. And I'll have all of these linked down below as well so that you'll be able to use this for your formulation process. I also use these little pipettes. It took me a long time to find these, but these pipettes are really, really important to help you with measuring out your essential oils. All you have to do is squeeze it and it'll fill up your essential oils, and then you'll be able to easily measure it for inside of your bowl for your essential oils, because pouring it out it'll just be messy and it'll get everywhere. So you want to have pipettes so it's easier for you to manage in order to measure out all of your ingredients. I'll also have this link down below so that you'll be able to snag that as well, because it took me forever to find pipettes and they have been a lifesaver. I'm not losing any products when it comes to essential oils or fragrance oils. And now for the bonus tip. When you're making your products, you want to make about 5 to 10% more products than you think you need. And you're probably like, Nicole, why is that even important? Well, I'm going to tell you why. When you're making your products and you're mixing it in the bowl and then you're transferring it into another bowl to cool down and then you're transferring it into your piping bags, you're losing product each time you're transferring it from a bowl to the piping bag. And you may make 20 ounces and then end up with only 17. And this is a mistake that I've made a couple of times, and I didn't end up with the amount of ounces I needed to make my product because I didn't make an extra amount just in case. And even if you do have it over the amount that you need, you can always make samples out of what you have left over, but it's better to have more and make all the product that you want than to have less and not have all of the inventory that you planned to have to begin with. With that being said, I have the perfect shimmer butter recipe that's already in percent form that you can test. Let me know how it goes for you.